welcome to the No Life Show. We're doing things a little bit differently from here on out. We will be splitting the show into two. First half of the show is the gaming section. The second half of the show is technology and any other topics, maybe deep topics. Maybe we'll talk about movies, maybe talk about music, maybe we'll talk about art, who knows. But that is the second half of the show. So that way you guys can consume it a little bit easier. Because I know the last week's 3-hour episode is a little bit hard to consume. Not everyone can do like a Joe Rogan style podcast, so we're figuring might as well split it into two. And I'm going to try my best to really split the show down into tiny sections, like the best of parts of each week. Put them up on the channel. That way you can just get snippets if you're not someone who enjoys podcasts. And we're gonna be doing it that way from here on out. So look forward to that. We got a lot of news to talk about. We got some tech news to talk about. Don't forget to head over to our Twitter at NoLifesGaming. Also our Twitch /no_lives. I think I'm going to be twitching or streaming some Madden because you'll see. I think I'm going to be streaming some Madden. If I don't stream it, it'll at least be uploaded to the YouTube channel as just a video because there's some funny things going on with Madden. And that's pretty much it for No Life News. So let's get started. Let's bring on the co-hosts. What is up, co-hosts? What's going on, dudes?
Yo, I got some questions for you about Madden, actually, to be completely honest.
So
what, 18? You're not gonna, do you still have 17?
No, he has 18.
No, I don't still have 17.
You don't have 17. Okay. Dang. Okay, because I was gonna ask if you had if 17 did cross-platform between PS3 and PS4. Because I've been playing Madden 17 on PS3 again because I still haven't bought a PS4 and I'm like, I miss Madden.
I don't know. That's a good question. I honestly don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I was like, really? I was wondering about that because you just said that. It made me think about that.
Did 18 not come out for
Nope.
PS3?
Nope. It's the first one since 2005. PS3's finally dead.
It's done.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't think so because I think anytime they downgrade a Madden or any EA Sports games, I think it is a complete different game. I don't know if there's ever been a cross-platform Madden.
Yeah,
could be wrong.
Because it's still most like they do kind of make it different because it's different coding, but like it's still got all the same features. It's just graphics are crap.
Yeah, it's still the same engine. They don't change the engine.
Let's be real. Like graphics haven't been shit for some years now. Like they aren't crap graphics. They're just not the best.
Ubisoft
available.
made Just Dance 2018 for the Wii.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just think about that.
Okay.
We could get into that at some point too, because I got
Just
into
Dance.
I got into a weird little discussion about Just Dance and the future of Just Dance. Namely, I don't think Just Dance has much of a future. Is all I'm saying. Well, no, because now,
Color me shocked.
Right? Well, no, because Microsoft finally closed Kinect. PlayStation is getting rid of iToy if they didn't already completely. And like now you have the Switch, and that's like Just Dance 18 is coming out for the Switch, but like I think that might end up being its only market after a while is the Switch with the touch controllers.
Is it a popular game? I've never played it.
I was about to say, am I the only one that doesn't give a shit about Just Dance? I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's kind of obvious I don't give a shit about Just Dance, but I mean, come on.
Dude, no, we saw an ad.
Ever.
Yeah, we saw an ad for it, and it was like my girlfriend got excited about it, and I'm just sitting here like,
that's the thing
that still
too.
exists?
Like, that's the thing too. I always see ads for it, but I don't see anyone ever playing it.
Exactly. Like there's always tons of ads, and I'm just sitting here like, but wait, there's no more Kinect. PlayStation got rid of that stuff, and Nintendo is all about the Switch now. Just Dance is dead.
Didn't they have a thing at E3 about it? Like wasn't there a presentation where they were dancing around and shit? Like apparently Just Dance is a huge thing and we're just fucking not hip to it.
Ubisoft's like their E3 was really good this year, but you're always guaranteed the cringe fest that is Just Dance.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a super niche game. That seems like a super niche, like Japanese, like it's probably big in Korea or something, you know?
But I mean, if you're getting rid of all the cameras and stuff, like, how's that gonna work?
You just
I
hold.
mean, most of the
Switch up and use the
controllers
Switch
have
camera.
gyro in them these days, so that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, that would be the Switch little Switch cons.
Right,
The
Joy-Con.
Joy-Cons,
Switch.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just the Joy-Cons.
That'd be it.
And otherwise, you're just gonna You're gonna sit with a Dual Shock.
I can't
7 by the
imagine-
time this is
I
going on.
can't
you know?
imagine the team dedicated to making Just Dance games. Is
Well, there's a
that
PlayStation
big.
camera too, though. There is a PlayStation camera.
Right, but since Kinect's now killed off, I think that's gonna die. And you give it a year.
And
then
like
I'm
the
thinking
PlayStation camera.
I'm thinking like 2 years out. Like, it's gonna be Just Dance DDR version.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I don't care.
Me
I don't
neither.
think any of us care.
I don't give the.
It is
Well, I
interesting.
mean, apparently somebody does care because people are apparently buying the games.
I guess it's
Like,
usually
fucking
like
just stop
Korean
and like
school
go
girls.
back and like buy an old DDR cabinet or something. Like,
yeah, that's what I was
Jesus
thinking.
Christ.
It's like it's gonna be the return of those PS2 DDR pads.
Dude,
Yeah.
DDR cabinets, like legitimate cabinets, they're pretty fucking awesome.
no.
You
I
can
hate 'em. I hate all of them.
because the only thing that takes to change out the games is I think it's like a I don't know if it's like a USB stick, but it's something really easy to do. So you can just keep changing out the same cabinet.
Ah, I see. That makes sense.
So you just buy the
smart then,
cabinet
yeah.
and then you can switch the games.
That makes sense.
I'll pass that info on to my 2 friends who own barcades.
There you go.
Hey, there you go.
That's a
Hey,
good
dude,
barcade
one
game.
DDR is you're gonna have to watch yourself.
Yeah, that is a good barcade game.
Yeah, well, I've never really been that.
Yeah,
big
we
into
could tell.
DDR.
We could tell.
This guy haven't either, but
Dude, I should-
All right, what
This is
have we been
interesting.
playing? Anyone been playing anything new this week?
NCAA 008.
What?
2008, the 2007 NCAA 08 for PlayStation 2. That is literally what I've been playing all
What
weekend.
the fuck are you doing, Jerry?
So you've been playing just old ass fucking football games with old players and rosters who are like
Oh, yeah,
retired
dude.
now?
Oh yeah.
You can play
Dude,
Team
what
Team
the
Mike.
heck?
I got a new couch, so I've just been like having to break in the couch, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't bought anything since probably 2010.
You don't have anything better to play than a fucking. I know you got something better on PlayStation 2 to play. Do you want me to send
yeah.
you something better
Oh
on
no, I have
PlayStation 2
like
to
every
play?
Grand Theft Auto game and stuff. I just felt
You got,
I wanted to play
Time
some football,
Splitters?
dude.
You got some time splitters on there? That was my
Oh
shit
god,
on PS2, dude. I
Fucking
love that
Time
game.
Splitters.
I
No, I
mean,
have
all the Grand Theft Auto collections. I mean, I have a pile over here of like 150 games between PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, and I was just like, I want to
And
play
you-
Madden.
Yeah.
I want to play Madden.
I want to play
Dude, it's
Madden,
addictive.
and then he plays NCAA.
It's the
It's
only-
the same game, dude.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
be
the same.
real.
Except you can
Pretty
option the
much.
quarterback a lot more in NCAA.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah, I remember just picking like Oregon and West Virginia and just running the option every play.
Yeah, that was the
Every
No,
single
dude,
play.
doing the campaign thing, the create a legend.
Well, now
or whatever.
NCAA is you take a quarterback, you just drop back 50 yards and you bomb it to the end zone and you touchdown every single time. It's just
Well-
it's such a terrible game. I like Madden a lot more.
This one, I don't know. This one's fun because you start at like the best you can start out with is still terrible. Like you can win every single mini game and crush it, and you're still gonna like be a 5-star prospect, like with an overall of like 66, and you're garbage. And then everyone in this game is just terrible.
Yeah.
Like you'll throw a pass and it's gonna be about 20 yards the other direction. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, college football's changed, man. It's definitely a different game than at least like 4 or 5 years ago. I can't imagine like almost 10. Oh
So,
wait,
yeah.
it was almost 10 years ago. Can you believe that shit? Fucking
No, that one was 10 years ago.
yeah, I guess it would be
basically.
technically
Yeah.
10 years ago. Old ass game.
Also,
That's an
probably the last time I
entire
really paid attention to college football.
that's an entire like football player's college career and NFL career and then retire before this new season started, which is pretty crazy to think about. All right.
Yeah, possibly though. I've been playing Michigan State though, so I got God's gift of a running back. So
Who at the time was it? I don't even know. I don't remember.
he's in Pittsburgh right now.
Is he
pretty
starter?
sure. Yeah,
The Le'Veon Bell?
I think so.
Was he in Michigan? I have no idea.
Yeah, no, he was State.
I have no idea. But I thought Le'Veon Bell was earlier or later than that.
He might have been
Than
later.
08. Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
it
Like
was
they're
later.
like.
I think
for
it's
me,
only because
me growing up. That's what Michigan State and Michigan produced was running backs. There was always it was him and Mike Hart and other people where you always had, at least in like the Madden type games, you had like a 99 overall running back.
Fun fact: my high school football uniform was based off the Michigan State uniform. Big ass M, because we were Manchester, and it was basically a Michigan State uniform, which is pretty
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I'm from the SEC, so if you want to talk about producing running backs, that's all we do.
Yeah, that's all you do now. That was us in
08. We had Darren McFadden. So
yeah,
there you go. He's actually not doing so bad this year.
No, that was the other thing is I got really back into football this year, so now I'm like, okay, I want to play football again.
Yeah, I don't know. I always think like there's NFL has been dropping a lot in terms of viewership just over the years, as I think a lot of people our age and younger just aren't that into football or sports in general,
or just cable television.
Or just cable television. and NFL makes it really tough for someone who doesn't have cable to watch their games. It's almost impossible. Except shout out to Fubo. Unless you have Verizon. Shout out to Fubo TV, which is like the best thing ever because you could stream Fox, CBS, and all those games. And NFL Network, which is awesome. It's a little known secret for you guys listening. But yeah, it's been dropping in viewership, and I think it's the only reason why there's only Madden. Like I know that Madden has the NFL license, but I think the NFL would license their shit out to another game developer if another good one popped up that has some money and backing behind it. Because while I love Madden and it's been the best football simulator for years now, I would love a different type of NFL game.
I was about to say, because it's been the only football simulator for years now.
I think
unless you want to play arcadey bullshit.
Like Game Day was the last good one.
Remember the ESPN football
2K.
game?
Yeah, ESPN.
2K Sports too.
Yeah,
2K,
the 2K
also was. Oh man, I remember playing. What was the one they had? Was it 2K 2003 on the Dreamcast?
I don't remember.
Oh, that was my
got
shit.
PS2 right now.
I don't remember anything before 2008. It's too far.
Yeah. So I'm been getting back into Madden. If I buy a PS4, it'll honestly be for Horizon Zero Dawn and Madden.
Dude, you would have a blast because those are great games. Both those are great games. And I wanted to play the new Horizon Dawn expansion, but I haven't gotten it yet. I was thinking about it. Also, shout out to the Coffee Man. He sent me over Assassin's Creed Origins, so I'm gonna play that later tonight, which I'm excited about because I've been watching reviews and I hear it's a pretty good one. I've only played the first Assassin's Creed. What do you mean?
I mean, did he send you the $60 base game, the $80 expansion pass,
the
$90 loot box, the $160
$16,000 one?
You get that statue,
the 400 collectors, the $800 collectors one. Did you get the Yeezys with it?
No, I didn't get the fucking Assassin Yeezys. I don't know. I've played the first Assassin's Creed for about 2 hours and fucking hated it, but
I like the first one.
I hear that maybe I just wasn't into it at the time. Like I just wasn't like I was half into it. Just I don't know. I wasn't so into it. But this one, it looks awesome
too. I like the first one because I bought it for $20 and had a great time.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 was. Yeah. I had such a blast playing that game.
Yeah, I'm excited to check this one out.
The pinnacle is probably Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. That's probably the best you're going to get with Assassin's Creed games.
Mm-hmm. I hear this one's pretty good though. I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's also got loot boxes in it. So.
Fuck.
Yeah.
A single player game, loot boxes. No, I'm just looking for like a nice story based game that I don't have to really focus too much on. You know what I mean? Something I could just kind of run through. Because the Call of Duty campaign wasn't doing it for me.
Why don't you invest in some JRPGs?
I don't know, man. They take too long, dude.
Well, I mean, you want a story-based game, bro, that you can just run through.
JRPGs are the purest form of gaming.
Dude, Persona, I still need to be Persona, and just running through that game is you can't do it. You have to spend fucking years of your life to play some of these fucking JRPGs.
Hey, dude.
Or you gotta have no life.
I was gonna say, yeah, dude. Just cut all the crap. We're trying to like wean you in here. Just go big or go home. Just buy WoW. or something like that. Just
I
be
don't
gone.
know. I think my
Just
MMO
get
days
it
are
over
done,
with it, dude.
I've played
No,
Dark Age of
man.
Camelot and EverQuest for a long time, and that
Go,
was
you're
my
not-
extent.
dude, go old school. Get Phantasy Star Online 2.
I played
Nah,
that
dude,
too.
you
I
need
played that one too.
you need to get on WoW so you can play it for 13 years. So then WoW Classic 2 comes out 15 years later. You can then spend another 15 years playing the same fucking game.
I don't have much of an interest in meeting people online and having a social thing online. Like usually when I play games, I just want to like take a break for a little bit and like not talk to anyone. And that's kind of what I liked about EverQuest and Dark Age of Camelot was the social aspect of it, and that's mostly why people get into MMOs. But I don't know. I have no interest in that anymore. Like Call of Duty, when I play Call of Duty, I got to turn off I mute everyone. So just can't. It's so bad. That community is just so bad. You want to have a fucking terrible time? Play Call of Duty and just listen to the people that play that game. It's insane.
Oh, dude, you can do the same with CS. It's great.
Oh, CS, yeah. CS is even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, not interested.
You don't want to play the game where you used to be able to talk to the enemy team, and then after like years, they completely cut it out because it was so bad of what people were saying to each other in a 15-second window.
Yeah.
That they had to completely erase it from the game.
Yeah. And it's only gotten worse between teammates. Any of you guys have been playing anything new? There hasn't been any really new things that popped up.
The only thing I played, thing that I played that's new is Hands of Fate 2.
Oh, I saw
like,
that.
What was that?
Card game thing?
Yeah, well, it's like it's more like a roguelike. So if you like games like FTL or Rogue Legacy or something like that, it'd be kind of cool. It's not really a card game. It's like you acquire cards and you'll move throughout the map or move throughout the course or campaign or whatever, and it'll just randomly draw cards for you, and you can make your deck and like the rewards you can gain from the little mini quests in the campaign will be one of your cards. So it's basically like drawing a card. But it's all right. The combat is kind of fun. It's like that Batman Arkham Asylum style combat.
Okay.
But
it's a roguelike though?
Yeah, it's like a roguelike, but it doesn't have too terribly much depth. So I mean, it's only $30, but honestly, it's probably not even worth $30.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you,
Yeah.
I'd probably skip it.
Oh god, sorry. Well, I was gonna say, have any of you guys seen that Human Fall Flat game at all? I kind of want to try this. It looks like that. God, what was that one game? It's just ragdoll characters, and it reminds me of that one game that was just like little ragdoll characters
with
and
the
it was
stair.
Just, like, kinda.
You pushed
And it
them
was
down
like-
the stair, and you had to
yeah.
get you had to get a bunch of points.
Yeah, like there was ones like that, and then there was ones that were you'd have like 4 people enter, and it was just everyone trying to throw people like in front of trains or off things.
Gang Beasts.
Gang Beasts, yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
it's Gang Beasts. It looks like Gang Beasts, but like an adventure game.
And it
Like it looks more like an adventure game. Yeah,
yeah, that's odd.
but like with that kind of ragdoll physics style. I don't know. I've been seeing a bunch of people start playing it. I'm like, this actually could be interesting. I might play it for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember like when ragdoll physics like first started to come around. That was awesome. There's a bunch of games like that. Dismount. There's Dismount, which was like just this free game. You just fling your dude and just try to kill him.
There was also Mount Your Friends, where you tried to build a tower of people and hold on to groins and stuff like that.
True.
Because I'm pretty sure it was from the people who made Gang Beasts. Because I do remember this coming out now, but a lot of people started playing this on Twitch like over the last week.
Oh, it's one of those games. Twitch.
Yeah,
games?
it came out last year, but it was like, it's almost positive it's from the people who made Gang Beasts. Because it's almost the exact kind of models like that, but like it's puzzle solving while adventure.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I'm looking at it now. It definitely looks like Dismount. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think we've been playing much of anything this week. I was also sick during the weekend, so I was just playing Call of Duty, just hanging out. But we can get into news. Toe Jam Earl delayed into 2018. I don't know if I'm into this Toe Jam and Earl game. I think the nostalgia has worn off.
I'm gonna get it just because the price won't be that bad because it's an indie title. But I'm not, it's not something I was like banking on, like wanting to have counting down. So I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah.
I'll get it when it comes out. I'm in no rush for it.
Did you put the links in OneDrive?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest.
It'd be a good game to have on the Switch, just lounging around, want to play something on the go. It'll be one of those games.
Yeah, I guess I don't have any nostalgia tied with it.
Yeah, me either. It wasn't a game that I don't know. Looking at
I love the SNES, but like growing up when they were both out, I was a Genesis kid, so
I don't know, like it makes me want like another game with Parappa the Rappa in it. But that's
it. God.
Do you really
shut up and go play Jam or
Lammy? Do you really want a new Parappa the Rappa? That one nostalgia, I think.
I mean, at least that I have some nostalgia with.
What was weird about that game is like I played it. I want to say I played it like 5 years ago, like relatively recently, and it was just terrible. It was just a terrible game. Like
none of the rules are conveyed properly. The
I don't know
off.
how to.
Yeah, the timing is off as fuck. And I used to play the fuck out of some like controller-based rhythm games, like Frequency and Amplitude. I played the fuck out of those games. And then I went back and tried to play some Parappa the Rappa, and that game was
just doesn't work.
You feel like you're hitting everything right, and it like demotes you. But if you spam during the like spots where you don't have anything to do, it like ups your rank. It makes no sense, and they don't explain anything to you. Not good game design.
Yeah,
that's a game that nostalgia glasses are clearly on for some people.
Yeah, it just doesn't work right. Like you guys are saying,
it's always good.
The music's great. No, the music's great though. Like don't get me wrong, I love the music in that game.
Yeah,
the songs are great. That's why it got so popular. But I mean, I'll probably play this. Depends on how much they release it for.
I would assume 20.
Yeah, max. I was gonna say if it's a full price game, there's no way in hell I'm buying this.
There's no way it's a full price game. When has Adult Swim ever produced a full price game?
That's true. Because I mean, I don't know. There is an argument too, especially you could make towards some of why would you buy full price games? What full price game would you recommend?
Monster Hunter World when it comes out.
Okay, there's maybe that, but I mean, like,
you know why? It's because there's gonna be no fucking loot boxes in it. That's why.
You better hold your fucking tongue.
Hold your breath. Yeah,
dude. If there's loot boxes, I'm just gonna quit gaming. And
I mean, like,
if there's loot boxes in Monster Hunter World,
100% there's gonna be some type of microtransaction. Yeah. There's gonna be some type of microtransaction in that game. You don't think so?
Hollow Knight is constantly on sale, and that's a fantastic indie game.
Like you have Cuphead starting at $20, which is probably one of the best games of the year, and then you're like, oh, or I could pay full price for COD, or like like go down the list. Like I'm just using it as an example, where then it's just like
Zelda and Mario.
Possible game of the year is $20. I know.
We bought Destiny.
That's my point. I would have rather bought Cuphead.
For full price games, I would say Zelda, Mario, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know. That's the thing too, because a lot of these like cheaper games, they don't last very long. Like there's not much in them, So if you want something that's like 30-40 hours, you're gonna spend $60.
Hollow Knight's $15, and they just released their second free DLC. Stardew Valley's $15. You can put easily 400 hours into that game.
Shovel Knight's constantly on sale.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive is $750. I have over 2K hours in it.
But you'd rather play Madden.
Hey, dude.
No,
sometimes
not
I do,
Madden.
actually.
Not Madden.
NCAA 08.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait.
Get it right.
Oh man.
A
Gotta switch
10-year-old
between the two,
roster.
dude.
All right, here's some news. Witcher 3 developers open world stealth RPG 7 out next month. Now,
All right.
I actually think this looks cool.
weren't they saying that they weren't doing anything about this? I thought.
No, this is XDev.
Oh, XDevs. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like XDev and Composer.
Interesting. Let's check out the
Like,
video here.
Like it is one of the guys who's working on it is the composer for Witcher 3. So I'm probably gonna buy it literally just because of the soundtrack.
For the music.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear some bitch moaning at me for hours on end. Dude, it was a great soundtrack though. This looks
it was
really
a
good.
Fantastic one, yeah.
It looks
This
pretty
looks
cool. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a better Assassin's Creed, except isometric.
7 long, the days long gone. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I don't know. Anything that these guys, Witcher 3 is probably my favorite game ever made. So anything that they do, I'm gonna probably pick.
It's
up.
probably one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite Western RPG ever.
Yeah.
I still have to play it.
Oh yes, you do. It is.
That
gotta
is a
play it,
game
dude.
I plan on picking up.
Don't
when,
buy fucking Toe Jam and Earl. You buy Witcher 3.
That is
You
a
know?
game I'm planning on picking up once I There's a couple of games I plan on buying once I rebuild my PC. Grand Theft
No,
Auto 5.
Don't buy
Witcher
it.
3.
No, I'd save that. No, I would save that. Like if The Witcher 3 isn't a fantastic game. That is a game that's worth waiting until you have like $2,000 sunk into a computer to like run it at 1440p minimum.
Shit, it's a
is
good game
worth
if
it.
you play it on medium settings. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
like even if it's not the best, you're not,
Right.
on the highest system settings. It's still.
I
gonna
did
be a
hear
great-
Oh, it is. Yeah.
that the people modded the Witcher 1 prologue into Witcher 3. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that.
No. Because
Yeah,
like
it was really
I will say,
interesting.
the other impressive part to me of that game is like that game is one of those things where it's like every time I upgrade my computer, I open it again and it's just a little bit more mind blowing.
Yeah, it looks better.
And it's
Yeah.
still and you still have to buy like a new graphics card will still push that game, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
don't
such a
need
good
to
benchmark.
play Witcher 1 and 2 to enjoy 3, do I?
No,
Wow.
No.
Because
In
I
fact,
tried playing Witcher 1 and it was
no.
just trash.
I didn't
Do
play
not
this
play
yet.
Witcher 1.
God, it was an awful.
Fucking
It was
go
just
to-
not fun.
Go to Wikipedia and read a plot summary on Witcher 1.
Can I just buy
It's-
a book?
No.
The books have nothing to do with the game.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just
That's
get the
a
fucking
complete
game.
That
Why
was
are
a
you
huge
trying to not
controversy.
get
The guy
game,
who,
Doobie?
the guy who
Dude.
actually wrote the books hates the fuck out of the games.
Yeah.
Wow.
He like really
No,
hates
he's a fucking megalomaniac. He's
He is.
stupid. All right. He's like basically like
No, he
they took advantage of my Western audience fame. It's like nobody over here even fucking knew about you or your goddamn books before that game came out.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he is
Nobody.
he's one of those. He is now at a nice old age. He's got to be at least 85 now. He might be in the 90s, but he's one of those like, no, he thinks video games are like the devil. So he's really pissed that
Yeah.
he sold his IP.
But
it's like, but you sold your IP.
Video games. When did they used to read a book?
the books are really good though.
Yeah,
I
no, they're really good
recommend
books,
you
yeah.
you read them, but yeah, they have nothing to do
They're-
with the games.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Like the characters are still the same, and like
yeah,
they'll have they'll have like callbacks in the
Dude,
games to
just
stuff
get
that
the
happened in
game.
the books.
yeah.
Just get the
It's like
game.
it's like Star Wars. Like the games would be extended universe.
Just
to
get the
books,
fucking
but
game,
like they're-
dude.
it's similar characters. It has
God
really
damn.
nothing to do with
Just
the
get
story.
the fucking game.
Stop talking
Look,
about it and just play it
yeah.
because you're gonna love it. You're gonna
Yeah.
love it.
I do, yeah.
Look, you can. This is how I'm a huge Witcher fan.
Buy
But
it on
this
PS4,
is
dude.
this
No, really,
is
buy
how,
it on PS4.
yeah, PS4.
That's what I was
would be
gonna
great,
say.
too.
Yeah, get on PS4.
Like any way you can play that game would be great. But yeah, I skipped 1 and 2 and I launched into 3. Like 3 was my entry to it. Even though I had 1 and 2, I tried to play 1.
Me too. Yep.
I tried to play 2. 2 is actually good if you can get into it. But I would suggest just going straight to 3.
The expansions of 2 are pretty decent.
Yeah, because I got them. I got 1 and 2 on like some Steam sale or
Yeah,
something.
they're like $5 for both the games. Like, who's not going to buy that?
No,
I made
that's why I have 700
I made it through
games.
the prologue of Witcher 1 before I was just like, nope, I'm walking away. This thing is not fun to play.
There's nothing about that game I can criticize. That's definitely a game that
Witcher
I
3.
happily play or pay full price for.
Well, yeah, that is one. Yeah, that's one of those ones. Because I was gonna say too. Yeah, honestly, like buy it on PS4 and play it now, and then when you do upgrade your computer, buy it on Steam sale. Because like you will
It'll be
replay
cheap.
It. If you're like, I know, yeah, that. But like me,
Yeah,
I played that game probably 3 times.
Yeah, like I said, like that one and Grand Theft Auto 5 are the 2 big games I haven't played yet that I do want to get into.
Those are 2 of probably my favorite games ever. Both those games.
You haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5?
No,
I find that more
haven't.
unbelievable than fucking Witcher 3.
I'm those are games like I've been like pushing off for my PC because I want to play them.
Did you play Grand Theft Auto 4?
4? I played 4. I didn't really like 4.
Okay. I was gonna say I haven't played 5. I played a little bit of 5. But like,
to be fair, in my opinion, Nico.
Who the fuck are you people?
Bad.
I liked Grand Theft Auto 4, dude. I played all of the early ones up to 5, and by the time I got to 5, I was kind of like, "But all right, it's prettier."
No, the story is so much better.
San Andreas will always be my favorite.
No,
the single player campaign is really good,
and the multiplayer is really good. But like, I don't know. I just have like the last couple of years, I haven't been in that mood.
And I would say that PC is the definitive version, not only for mods and for the multiplayer, but first person mode is so goddamn fun, and it feels so good on
especially
PC.
When driving and like doing all the racing mini games, stuff like that, because that's a lot of the modding fun for me, is like the crazy ass racetracks people come up with.
Dude, the heists are so fun, and oh man, it's a great that one was a masterpiece. I can't wait to see the next one when the next one comes out. And then you got Red Dead coming up.
I can wait. Like, I'd rather have Red Dead first.
Next week, Wayne's gonna be like, "What have you been playing?" And I'm gonna be like, "I've been playing Witcher 3 and Grand Theft Auto."
Just imagine when they throw loot boxes into Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, dude, Witcher 3, I can hop into it right now and just start playing it and get stuck for hours. It's so good.
Yeah, either game.
And I still haven't done everything. Like, there's still stuff I can do, you know?
Yeah, Doobie, want to have a good weekend? Okay, go buy Witcher 3 for PlayStation 4 and then rewatch Game of Thrones on your computer. And you will have a fantastic weekend.
Oh, man.
But I know Doobie was just kidding around when he was talking about loot boxes in the new Grand Theft Auto game, but you know that there's rumors already of microtransactions in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I'm not surprised. When that game first came out, you could buy online money. You've always been able to buy the online money.
I think what it's going to be like Grand Theft Auto Online, where they have an online cash thing.
They're going to have like saloons or something where you can go in and do your
I would not be surprised in the slightest. That's already their model.
But they're mostly cosmetics too, so it's usually all right. Like online on Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, you would see someone with a crazy person. You'd be like, damn, how do you get that hat or something? You just got to buy it.
You buy it, dude.
Otherwise, you're buying the cars and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, or you can just steal one. It's the entire point of the game.
I'm more interested in how the microtransactions work in Red Dead, because Red Dead's more of a single player game in my opinion. But we'll see. Maybe it's more of a multiplayer game.
I mean, I bet there's going to be like a Grand Theft Auto online version. You know
awesome.
how Grand Theft Auto 5 came out and then the online came out afterwards? I imagine the exact same thing's going to happen with Red Dead Redemption. And that would be sweet as fuck.
Dude, Wild West.
I love like Old West. I will legit watch spaghetti Western movies. I love them.
Me too.
I fucking love them, man. But yeah,
it's all mostly like revenge movie. They're all like revenge movies. It's all about like some dude trying to get his revenge. Like 90%.
Django
which
Unchained
is awesome.
was like one of my favorite spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, the original one.
No, I'm talking like the one that Tarantino did.
Yeah, it's not really a spaghetti, but it's like
it's his take on a spaghetti western.
It's sort of a spaghetti. Sort of.
I mean,
Mom spaghetti.
I can see it as a take, yeah. But I mean, to me, that's like saying like Orville is like the same genre as Star Trek. Which,
I mean, it's better than the new Star Trek.
I fucking hate Star Trek. Let's move on before I blow my brains out.
On your TV?
EA buys Titanfall creators Respawn. This was big news over the week.
Rest in peace, Titanfall.
Yeah,
You
rest
were
in
a
peace,
great game.
Respawn. What
Dude,
the fuck are you
Titanfall
talking about?
3.
Titanfall, just Respawn.
Yeah.
They're
Now, a
just
lot
gonna,
of people like Titanfall 2. I have Titanfall 2. I did enjoy it, but
Burb really liked it too.
I like more of like a massive battle. Like, I don't know, Battlefield is the prime example of that. And Titanfall is not that. It's a very fast, but like 4-on-4. And you get mechs, but like 4-on-4 battles kind of get stale. I don't know. There was a lot.
Yeah.
You got to be like super into like squad based gameplay. Like, and it doesn't feel like Rainbow Six where it's all close quarters combat. You're holding down forts and stuff. This is just like big mechs and jumping on walls. And then you have, I think, 4-on-4 and then 6-on-6. I could be wrong. Could be just 4-on-4. But a lot of people really did like Titanfall 2. The story was pretty cool. I didn't finish it, but it was fun when I played it. And now, dude, EA fucks everything up, and they're gonna fuck up this series.
Dude, Titanfall 3 now with 300% more loot boxes.
Yeah, what it's about to be is Titanfall 3 featuring 3 people that worked on Titanfall 2 and like a whole bunch of other different people that have nothing to do with it and don't know what the vision is.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna dissolve Respawn,
and
just like
and
they
dude,
dissolve every company that they absorb. They like
rush
Except DICE.
They'll rush it out just like they did with Mass Effect.
every game.
Yeah, every game pretty much.
Yeah,
Just rush it out. It'll come out. It'll be glitchy and buggy as shit. It'll be awful.
Respawn has been working on a Star Wars game we know little about, except that it's a third-person action adventure. Visceral Games were also working on a similar but separate Star Wars project for EA until they were shut down. So this must feel like being summoned to the Emperor's court to replace the advisor he just executed for not obeying fundamental shifts in the marketplace.
So that's what
They
the
were shut
campaign
down.
for Battlefront 2 is going to be.
They were that company. That game was the game that was being worked on was actually going to be like a very narrative-driven Star Wars game.
Yep.
And EA, because they want as much money as possible, want nothing to do with anything narrative, because that's not where they make money.
All right, but let's
they axe that shit.
This is the thing too, though. If a lot of these companies partner with EA because they know EA is going to make them a lot of money. They have the distribution deals, they have the publishing rights, and they can hide under the guise of EA. So it's not just EA. It's a lot of it has to do with the way that just the games industry is, and if you're a game developer, you want to make money too. So it's not just an EA thing,
I personally thought it was just the CEOs of the smaller companies wanting to make some money real quick, to be honest with you, through merger deals. Because no company, like no smaller company, I should say no smaller, which I mean, Respawn, I guess, isn't that small considering they did Titanfall 2, but no smaller company can reasonably say, okay, well, we're going to partner with EA and we're still going to be our own entity. No, you're not. You're going to be dissolved within about a year.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, but they know that. They know that. Like, they go into that deal knowing that. Like, sure,
like,
there's
people are
a few,
losing jobs out of this. Like, nobody's getting out of 100% in the clear. Like, people are fucking going to lose jobs.
Yeah, it's not just like EA like overlording. They just figure out how to make money throughout games, and then you get mergers like this that pull up. And EA is going to take the bite. They don't give a shit. They're just rolling in their millions. Everyone buys their games. No matter what people say, people still buy EA games. And that's just how it is. They know, hey, Titanfall 2 didn't work out so well. We had so much production going into it. A lot of people have been buying it, but we didn't quite get the profits that we wanted. EA's looking to buy us. Let's just merge with them. Let's take the advance. Boom, I can buy my fucking Maserati, and maybe we'll throw loot boxes in the game. People are still going to buy it, and now it has a bigger advertising budget, has a bigger distribution budget, has bigger everything because EA's behind it. So it's sort of just how the industry is, and it kind of sucks that loot boxes ends up being the tactic of contention.
I mean, that's what happens when you have the option of either a platform with lots of replayability, but you put loot boxes in, you still sell it for $60. Hell, even when you finally eventually sell it for $20, you're still making money off of the loot boxes, versus a narrative-driven game that's still $60, but you're not you're not getting as much money back on your return. You're not getting the returns on it as you would on a platform. So, of course, EA is a company, and these other smaller companies that are just looking at profits understand that the narrative is not going to make them the same amount of money.
Right.
And that's why I'm playing NCAA 08.
It's just no loot boxes. Gotta go back to 08 for no loot boxes.
It's got to go back to the last EA game I ever bought. I'm kidding.
I mean, it sucks for gamers that, like, especially like me. I mean, for our narratives, we have to pretty much just go to JRPGs. That's where we're gonna get our narrative games.
Yeah, and that's what sucks. 'Cause I like narrative games too, but I don't know.
No. There's not a lot anymore.
There's not.
Or if there are, it's like what we were complaining about earlier, where it's like Assassin's Creed.
And they don't make that much money. Like Doobie was saying, they don't make that much money because they're not as like if Wolfenstein 2, it just came out and that supposedly has an awesome narrative. I'm gonna wait for it to be on sale because it's just basically a single player game.
And that's another issue with those games going on sale is it takes them a lot longer to go on sale because the companies want to get as much money as they can from them.
Yeah,
a game where you have loot boxes, they're gonna eat that cost. Drop that game. Battlefront 1 dropped to $20 within like almost 9 months, maybe.
Dude, it was
like
on sale. It was literally I got it on sale as soon as it came out. I got it for like $5 off with some deal.
It's got to be well, especially those kinds of games. They have to go on sale even quicker because you're looking at a yearly release schedule or a 2-year release schedule.
Yep. And those narrative games, you're going to be waiting a lot longer. And even then, when they do go on sale, maybe you're looking at 50, then maybe 40. 30 is like the lowest you're gonna really see those games get.
Yeah, it's just everyone was trying to get like a League of Legends. Basically, all these developers trying to win a League of Legends. You know, where it's a service-based game.
Don't worry, EA closed down their version of that too.
Yeah, well, maybe this fucking Star Wars game will end up being something like that. Who knows? You never know with EA. All right, here we go. Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 is coming to Tekken 7, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Dude, have you been playing Tekken 7? Because we first got that when it came out, and I really did enjoy it. I was like learning moves and shit, but I fell off of it.
Yeah, when I was looking at this news, because not only this, but not only do they have Noctis coming out, but they also have Geese Howard coming out for it. Okay. So I kind of want to get back into Tekken, to be honest with you. I want to pick it back up and start playing it again. That's kind of a shitty thing to do when you want to play a fighting game, is to pick it up when it releases and then drop it. Because when you try to get back into it, people are going to be so fucking far advanced, dude, past you.
Noctis actually has me interested in Tekken 7.
I was getting to a point where I was like winning a few matches. I wasn't winning all of them, but I was winning a few. And now I feel like if I don't even remember half of the fucking moves.
Dude, what a world we live in where Cloud is in Smash Brothers, Noctis is in Tekken, and there's no X-Men in Marvel vs. Capcom.
There you go.
Wait, there's no X-Men in Marvel vs. Capcom?
Oh yeah, there are no X-Men in that game.
Are you fucking shitting me?
It's all based on the MCU, man.
Yeah.
No
until Disney can buy it all back from Fox. You're not going to see any X-Men in any Marvel fighting games.
Infinite looks really good too.
You got to have a Spider-Man movie every year, or else Sony loses their license. So you're going to see a Spider-Man movie every fucking year.
Sony kind of didn't lose the license, but they kind of just signed everything off to Marvel at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? After watching this, I think I'm going to play Final Fantasy. Because now I got the PS4 Pro, I kind of want to see it in 4K. And I want to beat it.
It's a beautiful looking game, and just the regular one.
Yeah.
Did you ever beat it?
No. I got pretty far, but I never beat it. And I think
they did a lot of updates.
Dude, these games are so long.
So it should be more enjoyable.
There's so much grinding and just long, just walking.
They fixed chapter 13,
so now you have the classic JRPG player dilemma. Do I start the game over, or do I pick up from the save state that I left off on?
I'm going to pick it up from the save state. I am not fucking starting over.
I
pretty much know what's going on still.
That is a problem. You're not the only one, Wayne. That is a problem with JRPG players. Myself, I know Doobie.
If I take a week off, I'm like in that dilemma.
Yeah.
Where was I last? I don't remember.
What was I doing?
I played 14 hours of a JRPG on PS1 on Saturday from start to finish because I didn't want to have a dilemma.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly it. Because like, if you play JRPGs, like you said, they're long. They're fucking the minimum. They're like fucking 30, 40 hours. So you play it and then you'll either burn out, which is usually what happens, or you'll force yourself to finish it, which is normally never what happens.
Dude, just wait until December when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 drops.
God, that's like a 120
It's gonna be a
100
hour game minimum.
Yeah, don't
I'm
have
gonna
time.
lose my
Not
life.
interested. Not interested in that.
I am so excited for that game. And I know I'm gonna spend. I'm not gonna beat it until like February.
Yeah, but like, how much of that game do you think is going to be actually fun?
Hopefully all of it. I would hope.
The battle system looks very, very complex, and for somebody like me who likes complex battle systems, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it.
Is it an action RPG?
If you want to play a JRPG and it be 80 hours, 100 hours long, you better really fucking like that battle system.
Yeah,
because if you don't, you're not
Xenogears has a
gonna
really
finish
good battle system.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
liked
does.
Final
For the
Fantasies, and that's
PlayStation
why I played a lot more of it than I normally would. But there was just a lot of games that came out, so I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna play these other games. This is taking forever."
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I started getting into with Final Fantasy. It has a good battle system. It's also just okay. I've now been playing Final Fantasy for 20 years. Now I'm getting a little tired of it.
This
Yeah,
one's
that's
a
why,
little bit different.
Some of these other games coming out, even from Square, with like Bravely Default had a really interesting battle system.
Yeah, I'm not into turn-based anymore.
Yeah,
Not into
Octopath
that.
Traveler's battle system, I enjoyed the beta. But yeah, if an RPG doesn't have a good battle system, it's not worth playing.
But at least you can pick it up in Tekken. Actually, this little trailer thing that they released is pretty funny. And he does look like an interesting character to play with. He's got this fucking sword. All right, EA response to Battlefront 2 unlock estimates that players weren't having it. This was fucking hilarious. I don't know if you guys seen this over the weekend.
Dude, the
yeah.
Reddit,
I
the
think
whole
we've all
Reddit thing
seen
was
it.
great.
Yeah, this was
Their
so
PR
good.
is shit.
I literally actually just snipped that of a screenshot and uploaded that. It's now at negative 502,000 downvotes.
How many is that? The most downvoted
Yeah,
comment on Reddit
yeah.
now?
Yeah, it is. It's the number one.
I know they
most
were
downvoted
third,
comment
like-
on
All right, well,
Reddit.
let's explain it.
Yesterday.
Let's explain it. So basically, Battlefront 2 has been getting criticism because of its unlocking progression loot box system
I
that they
mean,
set up.
we gave it criticism when I was playing the beta and some of us were playing the beta. We criticized it. A
Oh,
shit
yeah.
ton.
Yeah. Now, one of the problems with the loot box progression system, they said they were changing it, and now supposedly it's going to take 40 hours to unlock a character, which is
Well, that's what it was before. The guy who did it,
and
he
now
said
it's
it took
33 hours or
because
something, right?
because credits are given based on time spent playing and not necessarily skill.
Right.
There are challenges. I don't know if they're rotating challenges, which I would hope they are, because I mean, once you beat the skill-based credits, then there's nothing except time versus money, and that's where it is. Like, hi, would you rather spend 40 hours playing to unlock Darth Vader, or would you like to pay $25 or whatever the hell it is? People are
And
gonna
how
go
many-
for that money option.
Yeah, and how many characters did you have to unlock like that?
Luke was 60,000. These are the original numbers before this went into effect. Luke and Darth Vader were both 60,000. So for those two, based on just playing by time for credits and not spending anything on loot boxes,
So
or
those
whatever,
were 40 hours each.
those were 40 hours each.
Okay.
And then other characters were, I think, like 15,000 credits. There was a 30,000 credits. So you're looking at like well over 120 hours to even get like maybe 5 or 6 unlockable characters.
And now
That is a ridiculous amount of time.
And now EA's response was that it was, quote, to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes.
Okay, so what you
Yeah,
just told
see-
me, based off of that original, that would take literal 5 days playing time to unlock all of them. For context, it used to take for vanilla World of Warcraft, the fastest you could do it was 7 days total playing time. That took me a year and a half of playing that game every single day
For what? To unlock what?
to get a level 60 character.
Yeah, to get max
So
level.
that would,
Yeah.
if I were playing that every day after school, after work, like it was my second like full-time job, that would still probably take well over a year.
And like I said, there are challenges where when you complete them, you get credits based on beating those challenges, which is somewhat skill based, but if those challenges aren't rotating, let's say they're a set amount of challenges and you complete them all. And I say it's kind of like Madden. Madden's always rotating their challenges, so you're always gaining coins or whatever their credit system is. Once you reach completion of those challenges for those credits for your skills, then it literally becomes time versus money.
No,
and
this
that
is,
is
they
a
don't
bad
want you.
thing.
They want you to buy them. They want you to buy them.
No, that's exactly why they
don't
made them
want-
60,000.
Yeah, they don't want you to spend the time. They want you to just fucking buy them.
Did
Yeah,
nobody?
we want our players to have a pride and satisfaction. No, you want your players to get mad and stop wasting their time to give you more money. That's what you want.
Yeah, like when they announced their system or whatever at E3, you remember we were talking about this and they were like, yeah, all the DLC is going to be free, and I was like, yeah, they're going to fucking kill you with microtransactions.
Yeah, and the campaign's only 6 hours long.
Yeah, that's
And
that's
do you get
barely a
credits for that?
campaign.
No, do you get credits for that too? Because you have to count that in too. Because I'm already doing the math here. I'm already sitting here. You're gonna have to be playing this game 4 hours every single day for at least about a month and a half to be able to unlock these guys.
So they
So
brought
does
it down.
this
but
is
they-
important.
they-
Does the
they
campaign
brought it
count?
down- They brought it down by 75%. So let's just do the simple math. 75% of 40 hours is 10 hours. It's still a decent amount of time. I mean, that granted, that's better. But I mean, this situation should never have been what it was to begin with.
And here's the rest of the
That
comment.
is unlocking them completely, right?
That's
who knows?
unlocking them.
Who knows?
We
don't know.
It's 10 hours.
We don't even know if
Well,
they're telling the truth.
I
They
mean,
could
like
just be full
once
of
it's
shit.
unlocked, you have access to that character indefinitely, right?
You should. I don't
Better.
see why you
should.
wouldn't.
That's
We
what I'm
don't
also
know.
worried about. Yeah, that's what
We
I'm also
don't
worried about. It's
fucking
like,
Unless
so
it's
can
like,
you now
you know,
use them for one game?
Oh my god, if it's like the fucking card-based shit where it's like you can have 5 different levels of rarity.
No, I
So
would
it's
assume
10
it was for
that
the
would be
whole.
shit.
I would assume it's a permanent unlock. But here's the rest of the
I'm too,
comment
better be.
that got all the hate, which says as for cost, we selected initial. I can't talk today. As for cost, we selected initial values based upon data from the open beta and other adjustments made to milestone rewards before launch. So they're basically saying, look, we those are just beta things, and we had to tweak them based on the beta. Among other things, we're looking at average per player credit earn rates on a daily basis, and we'll be making constant adjustments to ensure that players have challenges that are compelling, rewarding, and of course, attainable via gameplay. We appreciate the candid feedback and the passion the community has put forth around the current topics here on Reddit, our forum, and across numerous social media outlets. Our team will continue to make changes to monitor community feedback and update everyone as often as we can. It became the most downvoted comment in Reddit history. Negative 500,000. That's fucking insane, which is awesome.
I wonder how many people canceled their pre-orders to send a message.
Someone wrote, if I had a
I'm
credit for
hoping
every
0 because I'm hoping we're past that point of people pre-ordering.
We're so not past that point.
I know, but
I'm guilty of it. I already paid off Xenoblade. Come on.
Someone wrote, if I had a credit for every downvote you've gotten, I could finally unlock Darth Vader. Darth Vader. And then there's another response really quick. Our goal involves creating a compelling progression path for all of our players. There's a lot of content at launch, with even more coming via live service, and we'll continuously adjust our progression mechanics to give players a sense of accomplishment as they explore all of Battlefront 2. I posted this on another thread, but it'd feel good to post here as well. Heroes earned through credits. The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride, accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. Credits earned. We're looking at results daily, and we'll be continuing to tune this to ensure that players have a meaningful sense of reward for the time that they spend with Battlefield 2. We appreciate the conversation here, blah, blah, blah. And that one
Spoiler alert, they didn't give a fuck about your sense of accomplishment.
God, no.
That is like the biggest fucking
What was-
smokescreen bullshit I've ever heard.
especially,
in my
well, no,
life.
dude, I was pissed too about them talking about like, oh yeah, we learned from the beta. It's like you better have, because that was my feedback on the beta, is I would never pay for this because it's a fun game. That's the shitty part. It is a fun game.
Exactly.
get it.
It
I'm
is
gonna
a
get
I
it.
played the
game.
beta like I was just
can't
talking
support
about.
it.
I played it like a job. The entire beta was open for 5 days on PC. I played that at least 4 hours a day. Some days I played that 6. I never got a single weapon the entire beta.
Yeah.
I
All
never
I'm
got a
gonna
single
say-
upgrade drop thing. I got some star cards.
All I'm gonna say is, like, in terms of gameplay, it's a good game. It's fun.
Dude, the first one was
But
awesome.
this shit kills me.
Yeah, this stuff is uncalled for. Now, Angry Joe had a video on his show where he talks to the guy, one of the multiplayer lead directors, and basically asked him a bunch of questions about the loot boxes and about the types of weapons. There's really not that many weapons in the game. Each class only has 4 weapons.
And that's why they also take 40 fucking hours to unlock.
Yeah. And he does a pretty good job interviewing this guy and like hitting him with hard questions. He seems disappointed because the game, like, I would get it if there was like tons of different weapons, tons of customizations and all this fun stuff. And like Joe was saying, like all that stuff plus like cool emotes and cool things to unlock. Then at least every time you got a loot box or you were able to afford a loot box or something, at least you would get something worth it. You should get something cool. But they just fill it with dumb shit. And the real goals are those big heroes and those big weapons that just take forever to unlock. And it's just this terrible system, which sucks because the game is probably one of the best looking games I've ever played in the history of gaming. Like the first one looked amazing. This one looks no different. And it's just fun. Just these massive battles against each other in a Star Wars world. You have like the what are those things called? The little bikes, the zoomer bikes.
The speed god damn it.
Speedos. Speedos. And like
Speedos.
The Marios. The Speeder Marios.
Whipping through, and I don't know, it's a fucking awesome game, and I'm probably gonna get it because I love the first one a lot.
I'm gonna wait till it's on sale. Maybe $20.
That's the thing too. Like if you wait, you know that I don't know, because there still are people playing the first one. So who knows? Maybe if you do wait for a sale or something,
I mean,
there'll still be a player base.
I'm fine with waiting on this because I mean, I don't have this much time to ever play this game worth $60, especially if it's going to take me 5,000 hours to be able to get one gun upgrade. I'm not spending $60 on that.
Yeah. Nobody is spending, and we are not spending a damn dime on any micro fucking transactions on this shit.
No.
Just to give you insight as to what EA actually thinks about your input. One of my favorite things that happened in this whole debacle happened yesterday, and it was I think it was the EA community manager, like on his official Twitter website. His name is Matt Everett.
This is the one that got deleted, right?
Yeah, he deleted it. Like he deleted it almost immediately. But what he said was the armchair developers on this internet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they really give a shit about your feedback. Let me tell you.
That's one of those things where like he does have a point in some cases, but not this.
Yeah,
like there are definitely armchair devs where like when it comes to actually developing a game and coding it, that a lot of them get a lot of flack for choosing how long it takes for a fucking loot box. No, that's not like an armchair dev move.
No. Another thing that I would say is when you're sitting here and you're constantly jacking off about how you're listening to community feedback and you want feedback and give us more feedback. We want to change the game to make it better for everybody. And then once everybody starts giving you a lot of negative feedback, you're like, fucking armchair developers over here. You know, you can't do that. That doesn't, there's no grounds to stand on. I mean, he deleted it.
They don't give a shit about your feedback.
No. They just want your money.
This thing is going to change their betas as well. They're never going to get a beta like this. That's going to be a lot more sneaky about their fucking microtransactions. So
this isn't the first time a company has had to rescind something.
I'm just waiting for them to get their Activision license. That's all I'm waiting for.
They're about to go. They're about to go full Bethesda and just not even offer review copies ahead of time.
Dude, imagine
they're gonna do that. They're gonna license the MMR system from Activision, and then they're gonna pull a Ubisoft and start putting single player only loot boxes.
Imagine a CD Projekt Red Star Wars game.
See, that would be dope. That would be beyond dope.
Like, there's so many good ideas that can make them money. Loot boxes take you fucking 40 hours to unlock fucking stupid ass Luke Skywalker. Don't care. Not buying anything.
We will never have a Star Wars game as good as KOTOR ever again.
You're probably right, man. You're probably right about that. Moving on, Crytek's Warface is trying to get in on the Battle Royale craze. Don't know what Warface is. Never played it. But I don't. Well, everyone wants a fucking PUBG and a League of Legends. That's what
you know who Crytek is, right?
Yeah, I know Crytek.
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
what
Warface isn't a game that's out right now. It's their next game that's coming out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and they're basically saying, oh, well, we're going to add a Battle Royale game mode to it.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Why not?
I'm actually cool with that.
I mean, more modes ain't bad.
Yeah, more modes ain't bad. And I mean, Crisis is dope. Crisis is a cool game.
Remember when Crisis max settings used to be like the big meme?
It still is. It still is. Right? Beyond the benchmarking, Crisis is actually a fun game to play.
Oh yeah, it was a great game. But now it's the meme. For a while, it wasn't even just the meme. It was like, no, that was actually brutally honest, which was the shitty part about it.
It's still hard to run Crisis, dude. It's not a joke. Like, I don't know what the fuck their engine does. It just, I don't know. It just sucks. It's just not very optimized. Metal Gear Solid movie is actually making some progress. Is actually making some progress. Snags Jurassic World writer. Do we know who's playing Solid Snake? That's all I want to worry about.
Is it based on anything? Is it based on the first game?
I don't think it is. I'm not sure. I don't think that they've said much about it, to be honest with you. I'm gonna look really stupid if they say something about it in the article.
After the last couple of video game movies, I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed. It's gonna flop.
Of course, there's still the matter of casting and finding a star to play our gruff hero Snake. Back when this was still a twinkle in Kojima's eye, 2012 to be precise, he said he was torn between picking an up-and-coming actor and ellipses ... Hugh Jackman.
I could see Hugh Jackman.
Let's be fair though, Kojima has nothing to do with this now.
Yeah, exactly. Which means I'm not interested.
It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be. Kojima always wanted to make a movie. Look at Metal Gear Solid 4.
They're all
look
movies.
At every Metal Gear Solid.
4 of them. Yeah,
I know they're all just movies. They're all just like super long movies.
But my friend, my cousin linked me an article last week about this on Facebook and was like, hey, I wonder, is it gonna not suck? And I said, does Kojima have anything to do with it? No. Well, probably. It's probably gonna suck.
I mean, I'm a little bit biased, and I think the best like video game movies been Warcraft, and that sucked.
Mortal Kombat, the original one. Cheesy. It's cheesy, but I love it for its cheese.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I don't know. I love Metal Gear Solid on PS1. That might be my favorite game ever made. It's so hard between that and Witcher 3.
It was good.
So many memories.
I mean, I'm a big fan of
Snake
half
Eater.
Of that game is watching a movie.
It's for me. It's either Sons of Patriots or Snake Eater.
Snake Eater. It's Snake Eater.
Snake Eater's your favorite?
Really good.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah,
it's such a good game.
The first one though, dude, it was
the first one's they're all really good. I fucking love all of them, but
the second one
I think Snake Eater was the best.
Yeah, it was a good one. The fourth one's good too. Though.
Yeah, the fourth one was just like, it wasn't like, I'm glad that none of us even talk about the fifth one. None of us has even brought that game up. I'm happy about that.
Dude, you don't want to hide underneath a box? You don't want to just make like a 5-hour-long donkey montage and there's your game?
Like that's what the game felt like. You don't want to talk about
Ground Zero?
The fifth one's fun, but it's like it wasn't Metal Gear
Not
Solid.
a Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah,
it's a fun game, but it's not a Metal Gear Solid game.
It's that not every weird, time it's not goofy. It's I don't know. It's just not.
It's a little bit weird, but after every mission, when they would roll credits, I wanted to fucking shoot myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally after every mission, it'd be like some shitty side mission escort thing, and they would roll credits, and I'd be like, "Fuck you! I don't care."
You to know, dude. They want you to know.
Like, I know that you're fucking salty about this, Kojima, but why'd you have to ruin it for me? Why you gotta like take me out of it every time? I'm immersed. Why do I have to see credits?
That's some people's favorite Metal Gear game. That's what's weird is that's some people's favorite Metal Gear game.
I think that's
doesn't make sense.
The favorite Metal Gear game of people that aren't really Metal Gear Solid fans. Like they didn't enjoy it. Well, I'm not like trying to gatekeep over here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper.
But I am a real Metal Gear Solid fan.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that. But I mean like if you didn't like the mechanics maybe, or you felt like the cinematics were too long in the other games, then you would probably like Metal Gear Solid 5 the best. But
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't have 3-hour long cutscenes, so
yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't a true Metal Gear Solid.
That was like my
growing
favorite
up-
part of Metal Gear, though, where they're fucking crazy cutscenes and
you take two steps and you go and launch into a 20-minute rant about fucking
yeah,
nano
like
machines and like gene
Psycho Mantis.
splicing and shit. And then
Psycho
you
Mantis
exit
fight.
the cutscene and you literally go around the corner and it launches you into another 15-minute long cutscene with
Yeah.
some sexually confused ninja cyborg thing that likes torture and pain and BDSM.
Oh, Rip Gray Fox.
And then you have half of a boss fight and then launches you into another cutscene where
Yeah.
this dude's pissing on himself, talking about anime, and he's an otaku. And yeah.
Dude, that was
Dude, I'm just saying, growing up though, was there a cooler boss fight than a Psycho Mantis?
Oh,
No,
having to
dude.
switch your controller to the
And he can
second
read your
port.
memory card.
Yeah.
dude. How
That
about
shit
when
was so good?
How about when you got into the electric chair and this crazy innovative scene popped up where the controller fucking vibrated
Dude, it
as
was
you were
so
getting
mind-blowing
electrocuted. Dude,
when it
I was
came
like,
out.
oh my god, how is this happening right now?
And that's one of the only times that I was happy I was poor and I had a turbo button on my Mad Catz controller. And we get to the torture scene and I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, you can suck a dick.
Yeah.
Konami, I'm about to fuck you over.
Oh man. All right. That's it for the No Life game show. Stick around and we will be back with the tech spot. How do you like that for a name?
The game show? Or the tech spot?
I don't
Eh,
know. We need a
It's
name
too
for
game spotty.
the tech. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's like tech. The tech.
We got the game crunch and
This
then the
week in tech.
spot.
Stay tuned for This Week in Tech coming right up after the break.
Because that's not copyrighted.